Caitlyn Clark has already been called a phenomenon, a generational scorer, and one of the biggest stars women's college basketball has ever produced. But her latest commercial with Nike may signal something even larger than highlight shots or deep three-pointers. At first glance, the ad looks like a classic athlete storyline: doubt, challenge, and ultimate proof through performance. Celebrities question the range. Clark responds with confidence. Yet behind the cinematic shots and crowd reactions, industry observers believe Nike embedded a long-term strategy that points directly to 2026 and a pivotal shift in women's basketball. The foundation of that strategy begins long before the professional spotlight. Clark famously trained on a slanted driveway in Iowa, asking for a full three-point line to be painted so she could practice beyond traditional limits, shooting uphill, forced adjustments in trajectory and release instead of adapting to limitations. She worked to remove them. That mindset, expanding space rather than accepting boundaries, now defines both her playing style and her brand identity. When she entered the WNBA, questions followed her. Analysts debated whether her long-range shooting would translate against faster rotations and more physical defenders. Yet game by game, her presence forced defensive schemes to stretch farther than usual. Guards had to pick her up well beyond the arc. Teams adjusted coverage entirely around her shooting gravity beyond the court. Measurable economic impact followed. Reports estimate her rookie season contributed tens of millions of dollars in local and league-wide activity, from increased ticket demand and merchandise sales to record-breaking broadcast ratings. Even during stretches when she missed games due to injury, national attention around her team remained elevated. For the first time, the league had clear data showing how one player could significantly influence visibility and commercial growth. Nike appears to have studied those numbers closely. Rather than rushing a signature shoe release during peak rookie buzz, the company set its sights on spring 2026. Industry analysts view the delay not as hesitation, but as infrastructure building. By that point, Clark will have multiple professional seasons completed, defensive adjustments tested, and long-term audience engagement measured. Perhaps most notably, early discussions suggest her signature line will prioritize accessibility over scarcity instead of a limited collector-driven model. The strategy is expected to focus on broader distribution and youth reach. That approach aligns with Clark's public emphasis on opportunity, ensuring young athletes see pathways into the sport. If executed as projected, 2026 could represent more than a product launch. It could mark a structural turning point in how women's basketball is marketed, monetized, and globally positioned. Nike's commercial may have looked like a celebration of shooting range, but for insiders watching closely, it resembled a blueprint, one that suggests the business landscape of women's basketball is entering a new era.